Today, you're listening to Life's Potluck Bouquet. What? Not Life's Potluck Buffet? No, Life's Potluck Bouquet. Stick around to find out why. I'm John Paulus. Thanks for joining me. If you look back at the title card for this video, you'll see it says Life's Potluck Bouquet, where it normally says Life's Potluck Buffet. And in the middle of it is a bouquet of flowers. And that is why today's episode is all about the bouquet of life and what we can do to flourish. Oh, see? Clever, like flowers. Okay, so I'm going to draw today 3 cards, one for each type of flower in Life's Potluck Bouquet, which correspond to the 3 suits of cards in Life's Potluck Buffet. All right, so I'm going to do 3 casual shuffles. The bottom card, as always, is the card I drew yesterday, Map Your Own Knowledge. And so here goes the 3 casual shuffles, and I'm going to draw a card, then I'm going to do the whole process again. And I am going to draw another card. Oh, right, after the 3 casual shuffles, I do 1 grand shuffle, great shuffle, and formal shuffle. And once I can get, okay. All right. Okay, and then I look for where there's a gap in the cards or where the highest card is, in terms of the card that's raised above the rest in the deck here. Oh, there's one. All right, so here's card number 1. It's card 16. Turn your greatest weakness into your greatest strength. Oh, we had this one recently. This is about, do you remember the episode about Robert's Rules of Order? The guy who wrote, Mr. Robert, who wrote Robert's Rules of Order. He couldn't run a church meeting, and because he didn't know how to, it was like chaos, and he was like, I don't know how to run this meeting. So the next time he ran a church meeting, he wrote up some rules of order so that people would, speak in an orderly way, the voting would happen in an orderly way, motions would be made, etc. So, in that book, that he had that weakness of not being able to run a meeting, he figured out how to, and he made that into his greatest strength, a strength that has continued to this day, because we still use Robert's Rules of Order in the United States in formal meetings. Robert's Rules of Order generally are the rules that are used, or at least the basis of the rules that are used, and sometimes there are variations and so forth. But Robert's Rules of Procedure of Order are what we use in the U.S. today, all because somebody turned their greatest weakness into their greatest strength. Okay, that's card 16. That suit is the yellow lemon dots, which is one of our flowers is yellow lemon dots, so I'll put that aside. Now, ideally, of these 3 cards, the cards would allow me to draw 1 for each suit. That would be awesome, and not have a repeat. But it's up to the cards. We'll see. Here we go. I'll do 3 shuffles and then 1 big one. And we'll see if we get a card in a different suit. So we have 1 for the yellow flowers. Maybe we'll get 1 for the blue or the magenta this time. Who knows? We hope we do. Next card. Nope, it's a wild card. It's the wild card with the blue dumplings. So it is the blue flowers from our bluebells from our Life's Potluck Bouquet. And this card says, describe a logo that comes to mind, whether you love it, hate it, or just happen to think about it. There's a reason why it came to mind. Explain. I just thought of the lobster from the Red Lobster chain of restaurants in the United States. I have no idea why, but there you have it, Red Lobster. Oh, actually, I do know why, because I was looking up some things about oyster houses in the United States. It's a long story, and involves condiments that were purchased at a supermarket. Anyway, it's just a long story. But anyway, so that's what I thought of, was that Red Lobster. What did you think of when you thought of a logo that comes to mind? Now you can't not think of a Red Lobster. It's like the don't think of a pink elephant, and of course all you can think about is a pink elephant. So don't think about a Red Lobster. All right, so that's card number 2 of our drawing today, and it does represent the bluebells that are in the Life's Potluck Bouquet today on the title card of the video that you can see when you search for the video or when you look at the playlist. Okay, that's card 2. All right, here we go. Now the pressure is on because we need a magenta noodles card because that will represent the magenta tulip-looking flower in the Life's Potluck Buffet. This is a lot of pressure. I mean, I have pressure from, I don't know why I'm under pressure. It's the cards that they have to make sure I have a magenta one. So I shouldn't be under any pressure, but of course, I'm just hoping the cards are gonna, no, we'll see, That's the fun part. Okay. This is all live, so live TV. It's tough. All right. Which card is the card pointing us to? Is it pointing us to... Oh, geez. Okay, maybe this one right here. Okay, here we go. Let's hope it's magenta noodles. Oh, no, it's not. It's a yellow lemon dot card. And it's card... I gotta say, I'm a little disappointed. I was really hoping it was going to be magenta noodles. Well, what can you do? Okay, it's card 7. Say I am rather than I could be. When you're considering a work identity, make it a goal to say convincingly and calmly to yourself and others, I am X and I do X, rather than I could be X, I could do X. So say one work identity that you would have said I could to, now say I am. Okay, I am a dry cleaner. There you go. So today, which reminds me I have to pick up dry cleaning tomorrow. Okay, so that is the 3 cards for today, corresponding to the flowers, the 3 types of flowers in our Life's Potluck Buffet bouquet. Oh, sorry, Life's Potluck bouquet. And those cards are: turn your greatest weakness into your greatest strength, describe a logo that comes to mind, and say I am rather than I could be, and think about a work identity that you might comes to mind, whatever comes to mind. In my case, dry cleaning in particular, came to mind, and that's interesting. I am good at cleaning things, I have to say. I'm good at removing stains, so it's a possibility in the future. Who knows? All right. So that's it for today. I really am tempted to draw. Okay, listen, I'm going to draw a 4th card because we need a magenta noodle card for today. Okay, so here's card number 4. Cards where I'm counting on you to pull a magenta noodle card. I don't really... Yeah, here we go. Okay. It's card number 4. Excitement. Will it be a magenta noodles card? Again, I don't know. And as I said, this is live, so if it's not, it's not. The cards are just not corresponding today to what I hoped for. Let's see. Oh, it's card 12. It's magenta noodles. Phew. Thank you, cards. I really appreciate it. Card number 12 is know when you are really acting like yourself. This is a great card, and really, I think I want to leave you with this thought. Understand that your personality manifests most strongly when you don't want to do something. And know that when you're willing and that you willingly go against your tendencies, it's because you're entering a situation in which you flourish. And that's great that we picked this card, and I'm glad we had a 4th card today, because flourishing is what this is all about. Life's Potluck Bouquet is all about flourishing. I wonder if the automated closed captions are going to catch bouquet today. I hope so. So, for example, if you consider yourself an introvert, then say and think about and say what situations you're the biggest extrovert. And if you feel like, oh, I'm really an extrovert, think of what keeps you at home working by yourself. Because often our perceptions of what our kind of personality is like, for example, in terms of introverted, extroverted, and situations that we're flourishing, we surprise ourselves. We do something unexpected by going against that typical personality type that we give ourselves. So that when we are people who feel like we're introverted people, think about when you like just put yourself out there because those are moments when you're flourishing, and it's hard work. But you can't help but do it, and that's the key. You can't help but do it. Same thing if you're extroverted and like you can't help but stay inside, stay at home alone, and do something in terms of a piece of work. That's when we're doing something often that is our most flourishing thing that we'll do. So think about that and take a moment today to stop and smell life's potluck bouquet. And I just rhymed again. I just can't help myself.